AgNO3 into HCl. If I do the molar concentration, I'll get the ionic product. The acceleration is not possible for neutrons because it is a neutral particle. Iron oxide is reduced by carbon monoxide. NC is isocyanide, CN is cyanide or nitrile group. Chlorophyll contains magnesium, and magnesium is an alkaline earth metal. It is not a transition metal. Hello my dear students, welcome back to part 2 of Karnataka CET 2005 paper. We'll start with the 21st question. A precipitate of AgCl is formed when equal volumes of the following are mixed. It's given as Ks for AgCl is 10 to the power minus 10. So option A is 10 to the power minus 4 molar AgNO3 and 10 to the power minus 7 molar HCl. Option B 10 to the power minus 5 molar AgNO3 and 10 to the power minus 6 molar HCl. Option C 10 to the power minus 5 molar AgNO3 and 10 to the power minus 4 molar HCl. Option D 10 to the power minus 6 molar AgNO3 and 10 to the power minus 6 molar HCl. Now here, first thing what we need to know is, we need to get the precipitate of AgCl. To get the precipitate of AgCl, ionic product should be greater than the solubility product. And solubility product, we know it is 10 to the power minus 10. So what will be the ionic product, we need to know. So for AgCl, ionic product or the solubility product is what? Ag plus into molar concentration of Cl minus. That is AgNO3 into HCl. If I do the molar concentration, I'll get the ionic product or the solubility product. Solubility product is known, so I'll find the ionic product here. For this one, 10 to the power minus 4 into 10 to the power minus 7 is add the powers. 7 plus 4 is 10 to the power minus 11, that is less than 10 to the power minus 10. It should be more than 10 to the power minus 10, isn't it? 5 plus 6 again it is 10 to the power minus 11. Here if you see it is 10 to the power minus 9 and here it is 10 to the power minus 12. Only here option C, what is happening? Ionic product is 10 to the power minus 9, which is greater than 10 to the power minus 10, correct? So only in this case the precipitate will be formed. So option C is the correct answer. Okay. Next question. Which one of the following defects in the crystal lowers the density? Frenkel defect, Schottky defect, F centers, interstitial defect. We know very clearly the density is decreased in Schottky defect, that is equal number of cations and anions are missing from its lattice site. The solid is neutral, but as the ions are missing, the density will decrease. So the answer is Schottky defect. Next one. The radioactive isotope has a half-life of 10 days. If today 125 milligrams is left over, then what is its original weight after 40 days earlier? They are asking 40 days earlier, what was its original weight? So A is 2 grams, B is 600 milligrams, C is 1 gram and D is 1.5 grams. Okay. So the formula which we can use is original weight is equal to leftover weight into 2 to the power n, where n is number of half-lives. Okay. Number of half-lives, how can I get? See, half-life, radioactive isotope has a half-life of 10. If today 125 milligram is left over, so here it is 125 milligrams which is left over. Okay. What is its original weight? 40 days earlier. So 40 divided by 10. How many half-lives are over? 4 half-lives are over. So this is 2 to the power 4. So what will be the value? So this is 125 milligrams into 16. So I'll get it as 2000 milligrams, which is equal to 2 grams. Correct? So answer is option A, that is 2 grams. We'll go to the next question. Which of the particles cannot be accelerated. Alpha particle, beta particle, protons, neutrons. The acceleration is not possible for neutrons because it is a neutral particle. Okay, we'll go to the next question. In which of the following nuclear reactions neutron is emitted? We have to find out where neutron is emitted. Here, in this one, before I look into the options, I'll just tell you the technique what you have to do. Neutron, mass is 1, but of course, atomic weight it does not have, it will be 0. So, where there is a difference, you add and see the atomic masses, okay. So, 27 plus 4 is 31, correct? So, here it is 30, so 1 is missing, so here neutron has to be liberated, okay. Actually, this is the correct answer. We'll see why the others are wrong. See here, carbon, that is 12 plus 1, 13, nitrogen you have got, nothing else is liberated, okay. Here 30, 30, 30, everything is the same, so no liberation here. 241 plus 4 is 245, again there is nothing liberated, so option A is the correct answer where the neutron is liberated or emitted, okay. We'll go to the next question. Gold is extracted by hydrometallurgical process based on its property of being electropositive, of being less reactive, to form complexes which are water soluble, to form salts which are water soluble. So, we know that extraction of gold is by hydrometallurgical process because of the formation of complexes which are water soluble. That is option C is the correct answer. Okay. Next question. In blast furnace, iron oxide is reduced by hot blast of air, carbon monoxide, carbon silica. Iron oxide is reduced by carbon monoxide. We have studied this, isn't it? Next question. Which of the following pairs of elements cannot form an alloy? Zinc and copper, iron and mercury, iron and carbon, mercury and sodium. See, to form an alloy, they should form an homogeneous mixture when you are mixing the two metals, isn't it? So here, zinc and copper can form iron and carbon, mercury with sodium, it forms amalgam. But mercury and iron cannot form an alloy. Mercury can form alloy only with few metals, but not iron. Okay. So, next one is, which compound is zero valent metal complex? Valency of the metal is 0, we have to calculate and see. So, instead of just reading the options, we shall calculate it directly. First one we will see X plus NH3, it is 0, correct? And sulfate, it is -2 is equal to 0, X is equal to +2. So, here it is not, valency of the metal is not 0. Similarly, here also it is not 0 if you calculate, that is -2 is equal to 0, X is equal to +2. Here if you see X and carbonyl has got no charge, so X will be equal to 0. So, the valency of nickel is 0 here, but to be on safer side, D also we shall calculate. For potassium, it is +1 into 3 plus 3 plus X plus cyanide is -6 because -1 into 6 is equal to 0. X is equal to +3 will get. So, the valency of the metal is 0 only in nickel tetracarbonyl, and option C is the correct answer. Okay. Next question. Alum is a water purifier because it can coagulate the impurities, soften hard water, gives taste, destroys the pathogenic bacteria. See, alum is used in water purification because it can coagulate the impurities. They can flocculate and the impurities can settle down, isn't it? That's the reason alum is used. So, option A is the correct answer. Next question. A compound A has a molecular formula C2Cl3OH. It reduces Fehling solution and on oxidation gives a monocarboxylic acid B. A can be obtained by action of chlorine on ethyl alcohol. What is A? See, first of all, it is given that it contains 3 chlorine atoms, C2OH, okay. It reduces Fehling solution, that means it should have an aldehyde group, and on oxidation should give monocarboxylic acid, so it should be an aldehyde group, correct. A can be obtained by action of chlorine on ethyl alcohol. So what is A? We need to know. See, the molecular formula is given C2Cl3OH of A, correct. So 2 carbon atom it should have. Methyl chloride cannot be the answer. Chloroform, CHCl3, correct. Here there are no 2 carbon atoms. Monochloroacetic acid. Monochloroacetic acid is COOH group it has got. Ethyl alcohol on chlorination will not give that, correct. So it should be chloral. Chloral is CCl3CHO. What is it? CCl3CHO is chloral, which contains aldehyde groups. Also here it is on chlorination and oxidation of ethyl alcohol we can get chloral. So option B is the correct answer. Okay. Next question. Which of the following haloalkane is most reactive? 1 chloropropane, 2 bromopropane, 2 chloropropane, 2 bromopropane. Now here haloalkanes, the most reactive is tertiary, then comes secondary, and then comes primary. Now if you see, based on the halogen, iodine, then comes bromine, then comes chlorine, and then fluorine. So here 1 chloropropane is primary, 1 bromopropane is primary, 2 chloropropane and 2 bromopropane are secondary. But among this, bromine, if it is there, it is more reactive. So obviously D, that is CH3CHBr-CH3. Secondary carbon atom it is attached. So obviously it is more reactive. Next question. The reaction in which phenol differs from alcohol is option A. It undergoes esterification with carboxylic acid. It reacts with ammonia. It forms yellow crystals of iodoform. It liberates hydrogen with sodium metal. See, alcohols and phenols both will undergo esterification reaction. Both will react with ammonia, as well as it liberates hydrogen with sodium metal. It is only option C. Why? I'll tell you all. For iodoform reaction, we require CH3C double bond O group. This group should be present, or at least CH3CHOH group should be present. This is possible with alcohols, but phenols, it is not possible at all. That is the reason. Alcohols can form or can answer iodoform reaction, but phenols will never answer. That's the reason option C is the correct answer. Okay. Next question. An organic compound A containing CH and O has a pleasant odor with boiling point of 78 degrees Celsius. On boiling A with concentrated H2SO4, a colorless gas is produced which decolorizes bromine water and alkaline KMnO4. The organic liquid A is C2H5Cl, C2H5COOCH3, C2H5OH, C2H6. See, first of all, the organic compound A contains carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. So, option A is ruled out because it contains chlorine. Okay, it should be B, C or D. And it has got a pleasant odor. Here it is ester which is there, alcohol, and C2H6 is an gas, that is ethane. So pleasant odor for D it is not possible. Here anywhere it can be okay. But boiling point of that compound is 78 degrees Celsius, and we know that for ethyl alcohol the boiling point is 78.1 degrees Celsius. Now with concentrated H2SO4, a colorless gas is produced which decolorizes bromine water and alkaline KMnO4. These tests are particularly for unsaturation. So that is possible with ethyl alcohol only. That is C2H5 OH if I take and treat it with concentrated H2SO4, possible that I get CH2 double bond CH2, that is ethene. Ethene is a gas which can decolorize both bromine water and alkaline KMnO4. So A is an organic liquid which is ethyl alcohol and it has got a pleasant odor and boiling point 78.1 degrees Celsius. Okay, so option C is the correct answer. Next question. Which of the following is an amphoteric acid? Glycine, salicylic acid, benzoic acid, citric acid. See, salicylic acid, benzoic and citric acid are not amphoteric. It should be glycine because it contains both acid group as well as COH group and NH2 group, which is a base and which is an acid. Okay, so it is glycine which is the answer. Next question. Benzyl alcohol and sodium benzoate is obtained by action of sodium hydroxide on benzaldehyde. This reaction is known as Parkinson's reaction, Cannizaro's reaction, Sandmeyer's reaction, Claisen condensation. Very obvious. You have taken sodium hydroxide on benzaldehyde, you will get benzoyl alcohol and sodium benzoate. Alcohol and benzoate by self-oxidation, or I can tell there is disproportionation reaction which is happening, and this reaction is called as Cannizaro's reaction. It cannot be Perkins, Sandmeyer's or Claysen's condensation reaction. Okay. Next one. Ethyl chloride on heating with AgCN forms a compound X. The functional isomer of X is C2H5NC, C2H5NH2, C2H5CN, none of the above. See, first of all, ethyl chloride C2H5Cl, when it is heated with AgCN, the product which is formed is C2H5NC, isocyanide. This one's functional isomer is C2H5CN. Correct, no? So, option C is the correct answer. Functional isomer, functional group bere. NC is isocyanide, CN is cyanide or nitrile group. Okay, so it is C2H5CN which is the correct answer. Got it? Next question. A compound containing only carbon, hydrogen and oxygen has a molecular weight of 44. On complete oxidation, it is converted to a compound with molecular weight 60. The original compound is an aldehyde, an acid, an alcohol, an ether. So here, see, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen is present and the molecular mass is 44. On oxidation, 60. So 60 minus 44, what is the mass? It is 16. And 16 is when one oxygen is added, it will happen during oxidation. So, the original compound, if it is an aldehyde, okay, aldehyde to carboxylic acid, only one hydrogen is added. So, it can be aldehyde, option A. Acid on oxidation, we cannot do anything, it will not happen. Alcohol on oxidation, it can give aldehyde and then OH group to CHO group it is getting converted. So here the difference is not with one oxygen, and ether also cannot be produced. So it should be an aldehyde because the difference in molecular weight is only addition of one oxygen, that is by knowing that the mass is 16. Okay. Next question. Grignard reagent adds to carbonyl group, nitrile group, carbon with double bond with sulfur, all of the above. We know that wherever there is unsaturation or there is a double bond can be broken and R and MgX can be added to the carbon and to the one more atom to give a addition compound, which on hydrolysis will give you other compounds. So, it is all of the above. Okay. Next question. And the last question again. Which of the following biomolecules contain a non-transition metal ion? Vitamin B12 contains cobalt, chlorophyll contains magnesium, and magnesium is an alkaline earth metal. It is not a transition metal. So option B is the correct answer. It contains non-transition metal ion, chlorophyll. Hemoglobin, we know it is iron, and insulin, it contains sulfur, which is a non-metal. Okay, so obviously option B is the correct answer. I hope you have understood these 20 questions of Karnataka CET 2005 chemistry question paper. Next 20 questions I shall solve in part C. Stay tuned for more updates. Okay.